On behalf of the University of Alabama Board of Trustees, the officers of the University of Alabama System, and the UAB faculty, staff, students, and administration, we welcome you to the Fall 2025 Doctoral Hooding Ceremony. We're pleased to have on the stage Dr. Ray L. Watts, President of the University of Alabama at Birmingham, Dr. Janet Woodruff Borden, Senior Vice Provost for Academic Affairs and Provost, Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost. We're also joined by UAB's Vice Presidents, Deans, and others. So please join me in thanking our UAB leaders for their participation tonight. We're also joined this evening by a distinguished group of UAB faculty, many of whom have been directly involved in mentoring the degree recipients. To our students, faculty members are not only educators and mentors, they are also leaders in research. They're creating meaningful opportunities for growth and discovery. Faculty members, please rise to be recognized for your outstanding contributions to this university. It is now my pleasure to invite President Ray Watts to address the graduates.
Well, thank you and good evening. It's a great pleasure to be with you all tonight for this long anticipated day for our graduates, their families and friends, and their faculty mentors. Today marks both a culmination and a commencement. We reflect on the years of rigorous study, research and scholarship and service that brought you to this ceremony, and we celebrate your passage into a very select group. Only about 2% of the U.S. population holds a doctoral degree, and today 178 UAB graduates representing 19 states, 11 countries, and 36 disciplines join that elite number. Equipped with these doctorates and the talent and dedication it took to earn them, you all are poised to make significant contributions as leaders in your fields. You are doing so in a time in which the pace of discovery is more dramatic than ever, with rapid development of new technologies and new knowledge, including the vast potential and the challenges of AI. In every discipline, from the sciences and engineering to business and education to the arts and humanities, there is more possibility than ever before. You all will be realizing those possibilities through your continued commitment to innovation and collaboration that are hallmarks of our university, and building rewarding careers that positively impact people's lives throughout our community and state, our nation, and the world. Wish you the very best of luck, and congratulations to you all. You do UAB and your families very proud. I'll now call on Provost Janet Woodruff Borden to introduce our speaker and mace bearer.
Good evening. I want to join President Watts in congratulating our graduates on this special day. We wish you well on your promising careers to come. It is now my pleasure to introduce our speaker tonight, Dr. Samantha Giordano-Muga. She's an assistant professor of biomedical sciences in the UAB School of Health Professions. It is fitting that she joins us this evening. She completed her PhD and her postdoctoral work at UAB, walking a very similar path to each of you before she joined our faculty. A native of Staten Island, New York, Dr. Giordano-Muga received her Bachelor of Science degree at York College of Pennsylvania in 2009 before pursuing her PhD in pathology and experimental pathology at UAB, where she studied mitochondrial dysfunction in Parkinson's disease. Following receipt of her PhD in 2014, she completed postdoctoral work in the Department of Medicine, focused on stem cells, lipids, and women's health. Since joining UAB as an assistant professor in 2017, she's become a dedicated mentor and leader. She now serves as Director of Undergraduate Research, Honors, and Community Engagement in the School of Health Professions. Over the years, she has guided more than 85 undergraduate students, developed innovative courses to support their success, and inspired countless future scientists and health professionals. As testament to the impact of this work, she received the 2025 Provost Award for Faculty Excellence in Undergraduate Research. Her scholarship focuses on the role of cortisol in physiological and psychological outcomes and academic achievement. She's been PI on 3 grants and has 32 peer-reviewed publications in both biomedical sciences and teaching education. Dr. Giordano Muga has presented her work at over 30 conferences locally, nationally, and internationally. And 2 of our undergraduate student mentees have won Young Investigator Awards at national conferences. In 2024, she received the Provost Award for Research and Mentorship Excellence. Beyond her academic achievements, she and her husband have 2 young sons and a rescue research beagle. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Samantha Giordano Muga.
Thank you for that kind introduction, Provost Woodruff Borden. I'm really excited to not be the only hyphenator on the stage today. I'm also honored to be back here as the keynote speaker because this is actually where I walked when I got my PhD in 2014. So it's actually come to be a full circle moment for me, and it actually kind of brought tears to my eyes. So I'm here today, so please bear with me as I talk through some of my notes. Welcome, everyone. Families, chosen families, friends, proud PIs, and of course, who we're here to celebrate today, our PhD graduates. You made it. You should be so proud. Family and friends, if you're not in the sciences, today is much more fun than all the thesis defense and all the whining that you heard from your student or your child as they were talking about the challenges that were going on during your research. Today, you will understand a boatload more. I will never forget seeing one of my uncles fall asleep during my thesis defense. Yes, he did not wake up till my aunt elbowed him, and it was because he was on a picture. Yeah. Then I have a motorcycle riding crazy uncle who is tattooed, and he was threatening people in the bathroom about asking questions because he knew how to deal with it. And I remember telling him, no, please, please, in academia, it's good if they ask questions. If they don't ask questions, it's really bad. So, you know, we live, we learn. I also remember my mom crying in the front row, not understanding anything I said, but I was standing up there talking, so she should cry. But more importantly, I remember my friends and my fantastic lab mates who were nodding along as I spoke because they had practiced painstakingly with me to make sure my thesis defense went off without a hitch. Graduates, I hope that when you had your defense, you remember some of these really fun memories, whether it's your friends from graduate school or, your family members. Graduates, let's give our family members and friends a round of applause for supporting you all. But I digress. Today is a day to celebrate our amazing graduates and all that you have achieved, to celebrate your amazing perseverance, resilience, and intelligence. You've reached the pinnacle of education, the PhD. Before I do my best to give you some words of wisdom that have helped me through my time in graduate school and beyond, we really need to give them one more round of applause. You can now take on the world. A PhD isn't just a degree in a very specific discipline that you've spent the past 4 to 7 years of your life studying. As a mentor once told me, it's a degree in problem solving and critical thinking. Using your experience, data, and your skill set to help make the world a better place. Your impact will be vast in multiple places here in the US and beyond. I hope that as you move through your careers, you remember you got your start here at UAB, and you can think fondly of your many memories here, as I have, during my time as a student, a postdoc, and a faculty member. I've met my best friends here. I met my husband here during my postdoc. I had my children here, and I've loved it so much I just can't leave. Today, I'm tasked with sharing words of advice and inspiration with our graduates. And Dr. Schneider, you were correct. This was very, very challenging. I'm very used to having a slide deck behind me, and there isn't one. After doing much thinking, my advice comes down to something I talk about a lot at home: pee-pee. Yes, I am talking about potty training because I potty trained my dog. I also am in the middle of potty training my second son. He is 2 and wants nothing to do with the potty. My 3-year-old is potty trained, but really the pee-pee we're talking about today is actually people and potential. People are the reason many of us chose to begin our research journey. I'm sure many of you can think back to a family member or friend and how this may have sparked your initial love for research or maybe even medicine. When I was 8 years old, my 2.5-year-old brother was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. My father, who worked for sanitation and was an Army reservist, and my stay-at-home mom had absolutely no idea how this could happen to our family. Like any type A, amazing older sister, I became the third caregiver, and I was going to be a medical doctor to cure diabetes. Like many first-generation students, I didn't even know what a PhD was or that I could take this path. It was my time in college and a fantastic mentor, Dr. Carolyn Mather, who taught me about the PhD and how I could actually cure diabetes through research. I was hooked. This one person saw potential in me and changed my life trajectory for the better. Fast forward to my PhD, where you heard I did not do my PhD studying type 1 diabetes. People struck again. I decided that I really loved the mentorship style and the research that was going on in Dr. Jimhua Zhang and Dr. Victor Darley Usmar's labs. I saw potential in collaborating with them, and they in turn saw potential in me. So due to the people in the lab, and maybe some funding issues, I chose to complete my PhD in Parkinson's disease research with a really heavy emphasis on biochemistry, something that if you asked me during my undergrad or even during grad school, I would have told you I hated. Graduates, did this happen to any of you? Did your graduate career take an unexpected turn? I hope what I'm articulating to you today is that be open to the potential for new opportunities. Be willing to see where the world takes you. It will take you to wonderful and amazing places. For me, I was lucky enough to develop great mentoring relationships with not only my PhD mentors and committee members, but with many other amazing people and scientists, some of which are in the audience hooding people today. These mentors have helped shape me both personally and professionally, and are still people I rely on for their sound advice and listening ears. I hope that during your time in graduate school, you have met some amazing mentors you can rely on throughout your career. I also hope as you look around the room today, you see some amazing professional, personal, and foxhole friends. Those people who will support your career, but also help you to decompress from the intensity that is the crazy life of a PhD student, postdoc, or wherever your future career takes you. Since we're no longer in World War I and living in bunkers, if you ask anyone, I'm a bit of a squishy, emotional person. I really love the term sleeping bag soulmate. These are the friends that go through with you through thick and thin. They know the good, the bad, and the ugly, and probably know more about the latter and still want to be around you and love you. They'll offer you advice, and more importantly, they'll listen to you and be there for you, even when they don't have a practical answer or a suggestion of how to fix things. Through my time at UAB, I met 2 sleeping bag soulmates, my best friend and my husband. Graduates, as you look around today, I hope you have one sleeping bag soulmate with you, maybe here personally, or maybe they're here virtually watching online, or they're here in spirit. These are an important member of your mentorship arsenal. Now, graduates, the other thing you want to do is take a look around and see who else is here supporting you. Your family and your many professional and personal friends that you've made. These friends don't know your every secret, but definitely know how to get your specific aims pages sounding great. They've probably read over your papers a bunch too many times too. Or there are some people here who share passions with you. Is it dogs or trying a new ice cream shop, beer tasting, kids, book club? How many people have traveled from near and far to be here for you today? Or maybe they're not able to be here, but they're watching virtually at 1 a.m. in their home country. These people supported you through your PhD, and now they will continue to support you as you grow in your career. Oftentimes, as a graduate student, your research and your obligation for your work may have taken over your life. It happens. As you move through the next stages in your career, bring the balance back. Whether you're spending time with your fur babies, partners, children, families, friends, conducting statistical analyses, or creating magnetile farmhouses, something I do at my house a lot now. Be present and enjoy your time. Remember to put down your phone. Value these relationships and see the joy in your family and friends. I'm a huge Brené Brown fan. I love her books. If you haven't read one, I highly recommend you read Dare to Lead. It's wonderful. But one of my favorite quotes that I want to share with you today truly highlights the PhD. If you're not in the arena of getting your ass, sorry, it's a potty word, kicked on occasion, I'm not interested or open to your feedback. There are a million cheap seats in the world today, filled with people who will never be brave with their lives, but who will spend every ounce of energy they have hurling advice and judgment at those who dare greatly. Their only contributions are criticism, cynicism, and fear-mongering. If you're criticizing from a place where you're not also putting yourself on the line, I'm not interested in what you have to say. Graduates, does this remind you of your journey? It immediately reminded me of my PhD training. And yes, Brené Brown has her doctoral degree. Her PhD is in social work from the University of Houston, where she graduated in 2002. This quote truly highlights what you've been through on your PhD journey. Your booty has been kicked, probably more times than you want to admit, but it was all to make you better and prepare you for the next stages in your career. Reading this quote should make you think of lab meetings, failed experiments, constructive criticism from your mentor that you probably didn't want, questions from colleagues you couldn't answer, all of which made you feel really stressed and overwhelmed. But looking back now, none of these comments came from the cheap seats. Each time you defended your work, each committee meeting pushed you to be a better version of your research self. Your mentors, faculty, and students were also on the line, so you know their feedback came from a place of support and helped you to reach the best version of your research self, you graduating with your PhD. To be here today, many of you submitted publications and received comments from the notorious reviewer number 2. For those not familiar with reviewer number 2 or academia, there's always somebody who reads your paper and sends it back, and really they're just plain mean. And we call them reviewer number 2, at least in my lab. They're the fearmonger, the cynic, the critic. There will always be a naysayer who's trying to stop you from being the best you. Whether they're jealous of you, as my mom still likes to tell me, they don't have the knowledge to adequately critique you, or they're just mean, okay? We have to be professional, we are at a graduation, or they're just someone whose opinion you don't respect. Don't let them get you down. You now have that degree in problem solving. Use it. Evaluate the critic. Have they done it? Do you value this person's opinion, or are they in a cheap seat? This is often harder than you think, but as you move through your life, you will need to do this to stay true to yourself and successfully manage your personal life and your professional careers. But now let's get back to PP. As you go off onto the next stage of your career, it's time for you to give back. See potential in the next generation of people. It always comes back to people. Just as people notice potential in you through your undergrad, master's, and maybe now your graduate career, give back and foster potential in others. During your time as a PhD student, I hope you were able to mentor or guide someone else in your lab, whether they were an undergrad, a master's student, another graduate student. But what I really hope is that you took joy in this and in watching them achieve their goals. It's truly an exhilarating feeling. Today, the thing in my career I am most proud of is not the roles I've been given by administration, which I kind of am proud of, so we don't have to take them away or anything. But, really, I'm very proud of the people that I've helped along the way. The potential I've seen in my students that have had them running to my office to tell me they were accepted to professional school, mentorship that convinced a student not to go to pharmacy or medical school, but to go to UCLA or UAB for graduate school. The people that tell me my time practicing with them really made them feel confident when they went up for their first interview. The extra time to explain mitochondrial respiration or something equally challenging so that I know my students truly understand it and aren't just memorizing it or repeating it for an exam. It's the photos, notes, and emails from previous students, other faculty, my mentors, and my family that are up all over the pinup board in my office that highlight the impacts I have made on a person's life. Good leaders leave a lasting impression on organizations, but great leaders leave a lasting impression on people. As you move on to become leaders in your chosen fields, please remember to use your critical thinking, but also your compassion and caring to help others reach their full potential and beyond. It's one of the most rewarding things you can do with your career. As you go off on the next steps of your journey, I hope you remember people and potential. Utilize that degree in critical thinking, work hard, be kind but assertive, stand up for what you know is right, cherish and respect the people around you. Congratulations again to the class of 2025 on this amazing achievement. You are the people with the potential to change the world.
Thank you so much for those words, Dr. Giordano Muga. It's now time to confer degrees. Candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy, please rise and remain standing. You have to stand up. There you go. Candidates for degree Doctor of Science, please rise and remain standing. And candidates for degree Doctor of Education, please rise and remain standing. Candidates for the degree Doctor of Public Health, please rise and remain standing. President Watts, the candidates before you and others have completed all requirements for the degrees as listed in the commencement ceremony program. On behalf of the faculties of the schools represented, I recommend these degrees be conferred.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University of Alabama System, I confer upon you the particular degree for which you have been recommended, with all the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining. Congratulations, and please be seated.
On behalf of the graduate school, faculty, and staff, I want to congratulate you on completing your doctoral studies. Today, the world needs your talents, skills, and compassion more than ever. The world needs your courage and your innovative spirit to lead us into a brighter future. So before we call the graduates to the stage, I would like to take a moment to describe the process of hooding our doctoral students. The Doctor of Philosophy is the highest degree awarded by the Academy, and the hooding ceremony signifies an important milestone. As each doctoral student crosses the stage, their mentor will place a dark blue hood, a velvet hood, on them, similar to the one worn by the faculty. By hooding our doctoral graduates, we acknowledge that they are now our colleagues and successors. Congratulations to all of you for to all of our outstanding doctoral students. At this time, the faculty marshals will please lead the candidates and their mentors to the stage to receive their hoods.
Representing the College of Arts and Sciences, Dean Thomas. Ashley M. Allgood, dissertation, Mapping Structural Mistrust in Medicine, Chair, Joseph D. Wolf. Abigail Anderson, dissertation, Exploring Criminality Through a Developmental Lens, Contextual Effects from Childhood to Emerging Adulthood, Chair, Christopher C. Henrick. Henrietta Bennett, dissertation, Daily Coping Strategies, Unmet Needs, and Daily Health Outcomes among Family Caregivers of Persons Living with Alzheimer's Disease and Related Dementias. Chair, Olivia Clay. Sherlacia Gray, dissertation, The Effectiveness of a Web-Based Edutainment Intervention on HIV-Related Stigma, HIV Knowledge, and Condom Use Self-Efficacy among Black African-American Emerging Adults. Chair, Olivia Clay. Sagat Germeyer, dissertation, Development and Characterization of Iron-Doped and Zinc Selenide Ceramics and Mid-IR Lasers on their basis. Chair, Sergey M. Mirov. Grishma Jose, dissertation, High-Pressure Studies of Magnetic Topological Materials. Chair, Yogesh Vora. Janelle Sampson, dissertation, An Analysis of Gamma-aminobutyric acid levels with structural and functional connectivity in antipsychotic medication, naive first episode psychosis patients. Chair, Adrian C. Lottie. Brittany Nicole Stewart, dissertation, Unpacking a Health Paradox Among Preterm Infants, Insights from Providers' Perception. Chair, Mikey Beth Tamir. Catherine Sweeney, dissertation, Emotion Work in Emergency Communication Workers, a Mixed Method Analysis on Well-Being. Chair, Cindy Kane. Fei Zhao, dissertation, Efficient Multimodal Foundation Model, Tuning for Hallucination Migration. Chair, Chenghui Shang. Representing the School of Education and Human Services, Dean Doty. Jessica Rose, Dissertation, Untold Journeys, a Case Study of Attrition in Alabama's Public School Teaching Workforce. Chair, Jennifer Ponder. Jane Murphy, dissertation, examining cardiovascular disease history and risk factors among sexual and gender minority adults. Chair, Retta Evans. Representing the School of Engineering, Dean Greg Janowski. Vaishali Bala, dissertation, investigating stromal cell-mediated biomechanics for angiogenesis and reperfusion in a 3D microfluidic model for ischemic valvular disease. Chair, M.K. Sewell Lofton. John Bradford, dissertation, biomineralization of low-temperature plasma LTP-modified polymeric biomaterials and scaffolds. Chair, Benoit Thomas. Melissa Van Trang Do, dissertation, bidirectional effects of transcutaneous auricle vagus nerve stimulation on insomnia and brain health and breast cancer. Chair, William Jamie Tyler. Akaza Green, dissertation, cellular therapy for the treatment of ischemic limb disease. Chair, Gianni J. Zhang. Brandy McKinney, dissertation, identifying existing barriers to equitable transportation in Birmingham, Alabama. Chair, Virginia Sisiopiku. Avniash Singh, dissertation, iterative data augmentation for enhancing deep learning performance with limited training data. Chair, Ari Nakami. Representing the School of Health Professions, Dean Butler. Murti Alanzai, dissertation, physiological and neuroimmune effects of manual therapy. Chair, William Reed. Lulwa Al-Muhim, dissertation, the efficacy of computerized visual scanning training tools in vision rehabilitation following acquired brain injury. Chair, Elizabeth Barstow. Nejla Alajabi, dissertation, exercise testing and training for individuals with cystic fibrosis. Chair, John Lohman. Luis O. Amaro, dissertation, FQHC turnaround success, does leadership matter? Chair, Nancy Borkowski. Anthony Brocato, dissertation, does market penetration of Medicine Advantage plans impact the financial performance of Texas critical access hospitals? Chair, Nancy Borkowski. Aaron Buznowski, dissertation, Financial Outcomes in Value-Based Care, a comparative claims-based study of Medicare Advantage patients in investor-backed primary care practices, pre-post investment. Chair, Nancy Borkowski. Amanda Mellowspring, dissertation, The Influence of Mental Health Parity and Addiction Equity Act on Residential Behavioral Healthcare Facility Availability in the United States, a state-level analysis. Chair, Nancy Borkowski. Alfred Dewey, dissertation, Evaluating Relative Value Units and Its Alternatives in Radiology. Chair, Bunyamin Ozadin. Fitzgerald Dodds, dissertation, The Associations of Traumatic Brain Injury with Autonomic Dysfunction Using a Community-Based Cohort of Adults. Chair, Thomas Buford. Natasha Ely, dissertation, The Impact of Nursing Homeownership on the Election of Advanced Care Directives. Chair, Jana Bazalkak Hall. Alicia Everett, dissertation, Metabolic Mechanisms Underlying Obesity in Children Exposed to in utero to maternal obesity or gestational diabetes mellitus. Chair, Paula Chandler Laney. Yasmin Tanik Morgan, dissertation, Influence of Transportation Access, Geographic Proximity, and Treatment Modality on Retention and Completion in Outpatient Substance Use Treatment. Chair, Jeffrey Silvera. Representing the Joint Health Sciences and Medicine, Provost Woodruff Borden. Caterina Mendez Villaguera, dissertation, Investigating the Regulation of Ribosomal RNA Synthesis and Maturation with 21st Century Techniques. Chair, David Schneider. Audrey Malone, dissertation, Cysteine protease activity in allergen recognition and initiation of the Th2 allergenic responses. Chair, David Schneider. Krishna Chinta, dissertation, Mycobacterium tuberculosis infection reprograms neutrophil immunometabolism. Chair, Sixto Leal. Sawanan Saitaruan, dissertation, Role of bioavailable iron mediating the outcome of COVID-associated secondary mold infection. Chair, Sixto Leal. Morgan Green, dissertation, Ontogeneity and differentiation of uterine natural killer cells. Talene Yakubian. Saurav Gupta, dissertation, Orofacial pain behaviors and underlying ion channel mechanisms and trigeminal peripheral neuropathy in mice. Chair, Jianggu Gu. Kaylin Kellum, dissertation, Early life stress mediates cardiovascular disease risk through CSF1R and increases risk of lupus through mature B cells. Chair, Jennifer Pollack. Christina Meehan, dissertation, novel assay predicts standard membrane feeding assay results from malaria transmission blocking vaccine PFS 230D1-EPA. Chair, Paul Gepfer. Frank Pear II, dissertation, Murder on the Axonal Express, synucleopathy disruption of 14-3-3 protein-protein interactions impairs axonal trafficking. Chair Talene Yakubian. Darian Pugh, dissertation, Integrated Proteomics to Understand the Role of Neurotin-1, NRN1, as Molecular Mediator of Synaptic Resilience in Alzheimer's Disease. Chair Michelle Gray. Tiffany D. Ricketts, dissertation, Nilotinib-mediated reprogramming of bone marrow macrophages alters hemopoietic stem cell fate in chronic myeloid leukemia. Chair Ravi Bhatti. Sarah Wennerston, dissertation, LMOD1 modulates neointimal lesion size after vessel injury and stabilizes smooth muscle cell gene regulatory networks during atherogenic stress. Chair Vivek Nanda. Representing the School of Nursing, Dean Shirey. Peyton Chumley, dissertation, Quantifying in-transport environments for acoustic neuroprotection in neonates, a prospective study of isolate sound exposure during ground and rotor transport. Chair Raya Wheeler. Cara Harris, dissertation, Exploring occupational exposures and health risks among long-haul truck drivers, tobacco smoke. Chair Karen Heaton. Crystal Hawk, assessment of parental knowledge and anxiety surrounding the informed consent discussion for neonatal cardiac interventions. Chair Patricia A. Patrician. Krasada Suamachaya Phom, dissertation, Exploring the relationship among nurse-specific factors in triage accuracy in the emergency setting. Chair Allison R. Jones and Ada Marcotti. Representing the School of Public Health, Dean Irwin. Alexis Carter, dissertation, Expanding Access to Live Donation Opportunities, Implementing Telehealth Solutions to Enhance the Living Donor Navigator Program. Chair Matthew Feefold. Demetria Hubbard, dissertation, Optimizing Practice Facilitation, a comprehensive study on implementation fidelity and its determinants. Chair Matthew Feefold. Joyce Imafidionn, dissertation, Culturally Informed Approaches to Support Perinatal Mental Health, Perceptions and Experiences of Perinatal Depression and Support Systems Among Postpartum African-Born Women in the United States. Chair Meredith Garden. Lindy Reynolds, dissertation, Epidemiology and Outcomes of Geriatric Trauma at UAB. Chair Russell Griffin. Robin Riddle, dissertation, Development and validation of a theoretically informed instrument to measure antecedents of microbraking interventions among healthcare providers. Chair Greg Pavella. Chia Ying Xu, dissertation, Handling Missing Data in COPD Research. Chair Stacy S. Cofield. Bree McMahon, analysis of activated carbon fiber as particulate filtration and volatile organic compound adsorption media for the development of a dual air purifying facepiece respirator. Chair, Dr. Claudiu T. Lungu.
Now, everyone, please join me in congratulating the graduates. Graduates, you may now move your tassels to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for your participation in our doctoral hooding ceremony. During the recessional, I ask that you remain standing at your seats until the platform party and the graduates have exited the room. We then will invite to join you for a reception in their honor just outside in the lobbies. Good night.
It's hard to see.
Look, if we do some sleigh ride, they'll be happy. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the one row stand up. I thought that was it. Next time we're going to have to probably face out or something.
If we could see them earlier, like filling the rows, which is why we were like,
Well, and Scott kept turning around
Yeah.
last second he'd be like, yeah.
Oh well.
So we're starting with a calling.
All right, so we'll, yeah, that would have given us a minute. I'll just hang on to it until Saturday. Okay. All right, folks. Thank you.
See you bright and early.
Yeah. Let's be there.
11:30.
Basketball. Marco, Saturday. Well
Yes,
done.
I'm thinking about honor band tomorrow.
No, no, Saturday.
One day at a time.
Yeah. That's why I'm like.
This week, it's hard for me to think of the whole week. It's like, all right, every day, let's make sure the next day is good.
Right. Well, see you tomorrow. He's on the Bartow. And I'm like, wait.
No, I mean like Saturday.
Saturday, Bartow, yeah.
Tomorrow's just. Okay, well, I could have fixed that thing at the end.
Do you have to? Yeah, you'll.
Yeah, we.